Well, now is time to have a more personal experience. Yes, this is a continuation of the series about the increase of feeling. Irises. Yeah, I've done irises for quite a while and I'm still learning them. One of my ways of learning the iris was to put myself inside someone else's iris to feel what it felt like. Wow, that'll make you slightly crazy if you haven't noticed, but you can decide if you want to do it or not. Here's what I would suggest that you experiment with two things. One, take this type of photo like this and look at the four constitutional patterns. We call it the jewel, the brown dot type. That's focused, oriented, seeking, analytical, verbal. Well, you know the type. Sometimes they just talk too much. The opposite side is those who occasionally are emoting a lot. This is emotional feeling. This is an emotionally capable person. They're opposites. Magnetic, open spatial perception, hearing oriented, analytical, thinking, verbal, auditory output. These two, they automatically attract each other. Everybody has these two patterns inside of them. Everybody has mind and feeling. The other two, the kinesthetic, solid, grounded, body aware, mesomorphic, physical function, touch, safety, security. We won't go into all of their personal habits, but they're opposite the experience of what's called the shaker, the driver, the mover, the kinetic type. These two opposites, they attract each other, which is basically gravity and force, electro and magnetic. We all have all four of these inside of us. Now, if this were a car and these were four wheels, I'd really like all four of them to move when I wanted them to move. Most people, they drive around with two tires flat and then the other two half full. Sorry about that. Most people, they're driving on rims most of the time, but I don't mean to be unkind. But take your time to feel all four. Take your feeling lake two girl substance and put it inside. Ask to feel the part of you that has awareness, clarity, certainty, and the love of truth. That's this one. Then you can go to the opposite one, feeling spatial perception, emotional charge, vitality, passion, many different things. Electromagnetic. Go to the other two. Now, I'm going to challenge you to do this with your own feelings. Later on, I'm going to give you some other parts to be able to do this. Now, prepare yourself. The most challenging thing to do is I'm eventually going to ask you to consider using a photograph of your own iris, as close up as you can get, and feel more. We'll talk about that another time. You can start with the left eye, go to the right eye, go from the feminine to the masculine. But first, exercise your ability to feel earth. Yes, this is earth, grounded, solid. This is the vital force of mineral kingdom, plant kingdom, animal kingdom. This is water. Many different forms of the experience of water, the capacity to feel. This is where the emanating experience of life is. Movement, change, vitality. This is something we all want. The eternal increase of the increase of life, change. This is everything about the future. This one, the ability to become more aware, to make a choice, to have free will, to be authentic. There needs to be the distinction of one's individuality, experienced through the body, through the feelings, through change, and to the seeking principle. That's a lot to consider. I better save the other parts for later because I don't want you to go to sleep too fast. All right. Talk to you soon.